catastrophic events can push mass religious appeal. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Now, give me the video on the, yes, that one.
More steps towards the one world religion have just taken place on September 14th and 15th, 2022, with Catholicism and Islam pretty much coming together and say, yeah, we worship the same God and we're brothers and sisters, just different paths to a different God. This is all falling under the umbrella of the uniting of the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, of course, but not the real Christianity. It's Catholicism that's being united under this one world religion. The big event that took place on September 14th and 15th was at the 7th Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions, and it concluded on last Thursday. But before I get into that, I'll briefly just touch on and remind people of the Abrahamic family house being built in Abu Dhabi, where it's a religious center for Catholics, Muslims, and Jews to all come together and worship all through the Abrahamic religions there at this one thing. So let me read a little bit from this article about it. The world religions leaders today adopted the Human Fraternity document signed by His Eminence, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar and Chairman of the Muslim Council of Elders, Dr. Ahmed Al-Taib, and His Holiness Pope Francis, their name, not mine, of the Catholic Church in Abu Dhabi in 2019, and this came during the 7th Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions, which concluded on Thursday. Some highlights from the World Congress of Religions: we note that pluralism in terms of differences in skin color, gender, race, language, and culture are expressions of the wisdom of God in creation. Religious diversity is permitted by God, and therefore any coercion to a particular religion and religious doctrine is unacceptable. So, as you can tell, they're not saying here at these events that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, the Messiah, the only way to heaven, because that would contradict Islam and Judaism. So it's uniting. Everybody's giving up the truth here. They're all just coming together to get along, to give up the truth, which is that salvation is found through Jesus Christ alone. Back to the article, it says, we recognize the importance and value of the document of human fraternity for world peace and living together between the Holy See and Al-Azhar al-Sharif. And then they mention 2 different documents that were resolved and signed into place by the UN General Assembly, as well as the Makkah Declaration adopted in Mecca in 2019. And these call for peace, dialogue, mutual understanding, and mutual respect among believers. So it's really the uniting of all these religions under the fact that we need to coexist together. And yes, of course, we need to coexist together. But the problem here is that they're starting to aim it towards we serve the same God. We worship the same God. You know, these Abrahamic religions are just different expressions of God to different people. And that's an absolute lie.
Hey, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you see what he said? We got to come together, coexist together, coexist to come against the Israelites. Listen, don't make no mistake about it. Every single person you see sitting at that table, they know who the Israelite is.
That's right.
They know who the true Israelite is. Trust me. They come together, talk about one thing. The media is not telling you that. How we can come together against God people. They know. They know. Trust me, they know. The whole war is what? Remember the war is what? Jacob against Esau. Esau against us. That's what it's always been. They are the nation they are peon. That's what the war is. Every single nation you see sitting at that table, they know who the true sons of God is. They come together and say, hey, we got to coexist to come against them. Because they know the time is close. They know the time is close. Don't sleep, brothers.
Exactly.
This is war.
So imagine, not even imagine, it's already in the works of a one world religion. Now, I would never follow that crap, that garbage. Everybody would say that. But then when we go back to Revelation 13 again, and I think read that again.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the numbers of his name.
So that's a way to force everyone to coexist. They create this new religion, they say people ain't gonna follow it. But if we can control their buying and selling, we can coerce them to obey. Remember during the time of COVID, and people, they said, if you don't do this, you can't get a job. You can't travel. You can't. There's some places wouldn't let you inside a store, even if you'd have a mask on. You can't go in the store. So what the hell is going on here? All this was test. Let's test this. Let's test that. Let's see. And then one day, as it's approaching, they're going to make their master plan, and it's going to become evident. America is the global power. She controls